On this episode of Going for Pro, we're going to change the look of the Miata. With just a little bit of money, you can definitely change the look, so stay tuned. So I bought this all on eBay. It was pretty cheap and everything, but we're going to end up changing the mirrors out, blend in the chrome with everything else. These are universal mirrors. You can find them on like eBay, Amazon for like $14, and it really changes the look and design of it. Kind of blends in all the chrome that's originally on the car. And then we have the turn signal intakes, which are only $100, especially on eBay. So eBay special. And then clear turn signals or clear side markers. On the Miata, they are amber and red, and that's definitely going to change the look. And then it'll come with red turn signals. So I'll put a link of the stuff in the description. The looks are pretty cool. Not sponsored or anything, but it's just something different to make your Miata have a different look, different design. You know, most people don't put this chrome mirrors on there. And then with the Miata mirrors, they usually break right here. They have this little hubcap on there, and they usually don't clip, or they're really fragile. Or your mirrors, like with one of my mirrors, it needs to be tightened, but it just bends when it wants to. It doesn't stay in form. So there you guys are, but this will definitely change the look. But first, I need to clean up this garage. After I got done working on the Miata, I just been driving it and not caring about my garage, but as you can tell, it looks horrible in here. So, gotta make some room, gotta clean it up, make it look good, and then start putting on the upgrades. So let's get to that. So it is a day later, and I got the garage all cleaned up. The Miata moved into the garage. It was a lot of work. I ended up welding this crate together that I didn't have the pins for, and it's kind of just like a stand. It holds my stuff that I need to, which is perfect for me. And then also created this space so I can actually work on, stuff I need to, or kind of like a makeshift shelf with this stuff I'm not using from when I painted the bodies. And then over there also another makeshift shelf, which is perfect for what I need. But yeah, the garage is all cleaned up, so let's get working on this. But first we're going to be working on the turn signals on my Miata. As you can tell, they're all kind of dinged up. They don't look good. Overspray from when I sprayed the car the first time. And then also I have a turn signal problem, and that's the main reason. And also it's going to make the car look good, so let's get to that. With this 91 Mazda Miata, they're great. They look good with the original turn signals and all. But the only problem that you get with them is that they start cracking just from the usage in the years. And then also the wiring just starts messing up. And I had to makeshift this in there, as you can tell. And I'm having difficulties getting out because this right side doesn't work. Let me get a screwdriver. So I got a flathead, trying not to damage the paint, but just kind of need to shimmy this out. And it's going to be difficult, as you can tell. Oh, there it goes. There we go. So I ended up getting it out, but the wiring on here just doesn't want to work, especially with these lights. But if you have yours working already, that's awesome. If not, I suggest just buying these. I mean, they're only $100 to make the car look awesome. Should have grabbed the right one, but imagine that on the other side. But good thing I found that out, because I need to go get the other headlight. Gonna unpull this plug from right here. So they do come with plugs, luckily. So that's a good thing. Now I just need to find the power and ground for this. Now that I got the right intake, as you can tell, or turn signal, we're going to start putting this wires together. So what I'm going to end up doing is cutting all these wires, but on this side, the car intake, or the original turn signal light, there you go. It is green to black on here, and then black, which is this one, black to white. A little bit confusing, but if I wrote it down on a piece of paper so I could remember, I just don't want to mess up. But anyways, let me get into my snips and cut these out. I want to leave enough room just so if I ever want to, I can go back to the original lights if I feel like it's necessary, or I want to put the car back to stock. So leave enough room to actually splice back into it, I would say, and cut it, put it to the side. I also suggest giving yourself a little bit more room for the wiring. So I'm gonna grab a knife and cut into this a little bit more. So give you a little bit of extra space in there, makes it easier. Let me cut this extra off so it's not in the way. So now that's out of the way, we have to remember green to black. So I'm going to end up splicing these. So let me find the green real quick. And this is green, that is black. So give me enough room to solder onto it. I suggest soldering other than putting crimps on there. Just a little bit more reliable. You're not going to have issues down the road, most likely. So do that one. And now I'm going to go to the other side, or the actual intake, and take some of the wiring or the insulation away from it. So I'm going to do it one by one, and I think that's the smartest way so you don't get them mixed up. So I know I just need to do these. So I'm going to end up soldering these together, and then I'll get back with you all. So I ended up getting the green and black together. They look pretty good. Always put like heat shrink around it. You can get it for like $2 at Harbor Freight or whatnot. Let me see if I'm even, yeah, this is in frame. Alright, so just you solder it together, heat it up, you feed the wire into it, or the solder itself, and it heats it up, and it's solid now. But there's no way that this is going to get water into it, or there might be a chance, but the likelihood of that happening is very low. And then you heat shrink it and it looks good. So I'm going to get over to the black and white, put those together. But I just at least want to show you the quality in which it needs to be done at. I guess you could put those butt connectors on there, but the likelihood of it's gonna break, or it's not gonna work properly, it's very high. It's less stress on the wiring, just less stress all the way around. So as you can tell, I got the lights running with the running lights after I fixed my problem. They work beautiful, and they look beautiful too. So the only thing I would have to say is to also look out for, right up here, they have a thing that says labeled top, and I suggest doing it. It just makes it look a little bit better. But they're bright. You can't see it in the camera, sadly, but they are bright. Next, we're going to be working on these side markers. I need to fix my front passenger side because of the connection with the light itself. They ended up getting spaced out through those little connections that look like this in a sense, and so I'm going to squeeze them back together. so it actually squeezes the plug. So let's get to that. Whenever you're going to shove something into a socket or whatnot, make sure you have no power running to it. So I have this loosely put on. I'm going to disconnect it. Now I know I'm not going to get shocked or blow a fuse or anything on my car. So let's get over here. So if you look inside there, there's these two plugs. Let's see if I can point them out. Right there and right here. They've been spaced or pushed apart too much. So I'm going to push those back together, and then we're going to be working on these side markers. So I was about to put those lights on and show you that, I got them in and whatnot, but then I realized they wouldn't really go in all the way, or they wouldn't screw in. And these clips sometimes get bent on the back, and you just have to squeeze these two metal pieces back together, and the screws will just slide right back in there and fit. That's just one bad thing about having an older car. Or if you don't have those, get a piece of hose. It doesn't matter what it is, really. Hose, piece of metal, just something. And if you can hold this on the back side and then start screwing the screw in, it will screw right into this and it will hold tightly where it won't fall out. That's just a little example that I've been doing with this car, because I lost some of those clips when I was painting it the first time, and then, well, the second time, of course, it didn't match up, or it didn't, want to go. So I've been using that trick for a while, just FYI, just something help to make it work. But let me put these in and show you what it looks like afterwards. So I got the side markers in, and they look damn good. I like them a lot. It's just something different. Throws everybody off, as in if you pull up against a bunch of other Miatas, give the clear ones. It's just, it almost looks JDM. And I don't say that much, but it looks really cool. Now let me show you with the lights on. Now these are red or amber, but they look really good. I guess my camera's just not picking it up right, but it looks really good. It's just a light touch to it. It almost looks like that in the camera, but lighter over there. So it looks really good. I'm impressed. I'll show you the back ones. I don't have those lights hooked up on the back. I kind of deleted them because I plan to go aftermarket bumper, but it looks good. It looks, it looks just different, something special, as I was saying. So now we're going to work on these mirrors. The main reason why I'm switching mirrors is because these are just, there's just I want something different. So we're going to go with something different. I didn't do these properly anyways. I hate how this starts flapping in the wind. You'll start going, start doing this in the wind. So we're going to fix that and do it with these mirrors right here. So I think they're going to look good. I'm going to put you guys on time lapse and take the stock mirrors off right there, and then show you how to put these on. So let's get it. So this package comes with mounting brackets and bolts, but with your stock mirrors, I suggest using those bolts so you don't strip it out, and the bolts are a little bit too small anyways. So just use the stock ones, and it comes with this bracket right here. So what I do, I lay this down and I move it all the way back, because I test fitted it before on the other side, and you want the mirrors not all the way forward like this, because it sticks out right about right here. So to make it look or go back to stock how the mirrors were, you just want to push it all the way back and right about there and put the bolts in. It's going to be a little bit difficult, especially with this with the size of these, because it doesn't fully fit. So what I do is I grab my gun, my screw gun, and I just kind of ream it out. So and I know you're not supposed to be doing this. You could just go get a bit and it'll work perfectly, but just for the simplicity of it being right here, might as well do it. So that's all the way back. That's going to be somewhere right around this area. And I have plenty more bits like this, so I ain't worried about it. So again, and it just makes it easier while you're putting this in because the bolts don't fully fit. So now they'll actually start themselves and go in. So again, grab the plastic, make sure this side's flat. The part that has the lip is supposed to be facing up. And again, you can move these back and forth. They're slidable, it's just a little bit more difficult. And now for the back side. So, got that in. I'll loosen it back up a little bit on both sides. And slide, not the plastic part, but slide this piece of metal forward. There you go. And that's why I rimmed it out right there, because it'll just slide right in place. Screw them in, or screw them down tight. Actually, my bad. Get the mirror and place it on there and make sure the plastic's going to fit where you're going to be putting this. So you see the plastic right there, right here, and right there are pretty centered. And so tighten it down. Which that looks good. And feed this bolt through. Try to line it up. Don't tighten it down too tightly. You want to strip it. And then you see how this is all wobbly and it's not tight? Well, they have a screw right back here and it tightens it up. Now again, you don't want it too tight, but you want it tight enough where the wind will hit it and it won't move it. Now that's how the mirrors look. I like them. It looks pretty good on both sides. So it's just something different. It's going to throw some people off, and some people are going to think it's stupid. But next, I'm going to show you one more thing I'm going to be putting on today. Now I got these chrome valve covers a while back. You can get them at O'Reilly's probably. I mean eBay, Amazon. I mean practically anywhere. But I saw these and I wanted to put them on my car just to match the chrome, chrome rims, chrome mirrors, well, chrome valve stems. So I'm going to take these apart, take these chrome caps off, because they're literally just caps, and throw them on. So I got the chrome caps on just to make it look different. They're not the right size in the sense, but they'll hold on there because of this cap. And another thing that will make your car stand out from the rest is tire lettering. Most people don't do it. It's time consuming, and it takes a minute. So I used whiteout, and you're not supposed to use whiteout or it doesn't last as long, but you can use, there's something on eBay where it's like a pin, and you can use that to just like write it in there. It's a lot easier. I just didn't have any at the store I was at, and I didn't feel like waiting. So I'm going to finish putting these on the tires. So as you can tell, I got all the tires and rims shined up, or at least looking pretty. Got all the labels on all of them. It was kind of difficult just because I didn't want to go outside. It's freezing cold, but got it done in the garage, made it look nice. I only messed up on the back side. It looks like a 5-year-old did it, which a 5-year-old could probably do better than that. So, I mean, it came out good. Hopefully we'll see how how whiteout works on these tires. But as of right now, it turned out pretty good. I did have to use paintbrushes to make it look nice, but it's better than nothing. So that's going to be it for this video, y'all. We got a couple things done with the Miata. The tires came out great. I was impressed by it. We did it with whiteout, so who knows if it's going to last. I'll let you guys know in the next video. But never let someone tell you that they don't like your car because it's your car. So always upgrade the way you want to. And also remember, never give up. Peace.